Hey everybody, so today I'm going to show you a variation of the stitched Solomon, and you can find the original video of how to do that on JD's channel, and then if you'd like a buckle added to that, you can check out Mr. Coop's channel. Those links will be down in the description. So to start off, I have 12 feet of orange, neon orange, and I've got 8 feet of black. So we're going to take our ends, go down through this buckle here, open up the two long ends, reach through, and pull all of your paracord through. And that's what we call the cow's hitch. That's how we attach the paracord to the buckle. Now run all of the paracord through your fingers so that it doesn't twist, and then flip your buckle over and go up through the bottom of the buckle. And this is a 4-strand bracelet, so we got to make 4 inner strands here. Got a little bit of a twist going, so we'll get those out. There we go. So we have 2 loops here. We have 1 and 2. Now what you need to do is you need to grab your right cord, push the cow's hitch to the left so that you have room to come up through the bottom. And what this will do, this will give us our 3rd loop here. So there's 3 strands. And now grab hold of your left strand and push your cow's hitch to the right and bring that up through there. So now you have 4 inner strands. And if you did that just how I showed you, you should have them without any twisting. There we go. Now you can unbuckle this. Double check your length here. I don't want it quite that long, so I'm going to take some out of that. There we go. That looks good. Okay, now just get your oranges out of the way, off to the left, off to the right, and lift up on here. Now grab your cow's hitch from the back side and just kind of loosen that up just a little bit so that we can take our black here and we can actually thread this through. I can zoom in on this a little bit so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I just loosened up the cow's hitch, which that'll give you just enough, it'll give you a loop right there to go through. And what you want to do is you want to get to the center point. So just grab your 2 ends once you looped it through there and just pull this through. And what that'll do is that'll give you equal lengths on both sides. So now I have equal length on this side and equal length on this side. And then you can pull your cow's hitch tight again. There we go. Alright, get this situated here. Double check your length, because once we go past this point, there's no coming back from this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to take your blacks around the back, bring them together. They're always going to stay together now. Okay, and get these kind of out of the way actually, so take them up. Now to do the Solomon, it's real easy. It's one of the first videos I did. You're going to create a loop on the right side, and then you're going to cross your cord over the 4 center strands. Now take your left cord, go over this right cord, go around the back 4 cords, and then bring it up through this loop. And get this tightened right up against the buckle. And that's the basic Solomon right there. Now you want to take your right 2 cords and your left 2 cords, your center strands there. Open that up and take your black up through the middle there. Okay, so once you get it up through the middle, just put it up top again, get it out of the way. So we took the right strand over the top. Now we're going to take the left strand over the top, and it's going to go back and forth. Right, left, right, left, right, left. And you want to make sure that your black is out of the way so that it doesn't get crisscrossed in there. Your right cord goes over the left cord. Oh, did I just... Hopefully you caught all that. Right cord over left cord, go around the back and through the loop. Okay, Doesn't quite look like anything yet, but don't worry, we'll get there. Now once you get this knot tightened up, go ahead and grab everything and tighten up the blacks. There we go. Now after you tie one of these also, and you tighten this, take the black around the left side and bring it up through the center again. And then get it out of the way. Okay, now we started with the left last time, so we're going to start with the right. Cross over your 4 center strands, keep the loop over here. Take your left strand over the right, behind the back, and pull her through. So you're going to do black, orange, black, orange. And then we'll get this pulled tight again because it looks like a little slack came out of it. Okay. Now instead of going around the left side with the black, we're going to go around the right. So go over top. You always want to go over top the strand. Over top that strand, up through the middle, and get it out of the way. Alright. And we're back to the left side. So I'm going to do this last one here. Left side over the 4 strands. Right side over the left. Behind the 4 strands and up and through. And pull this tight. Cinch it up. There we go. And then you can pull your black through to tighten it down. And you can kind of see what we got going on. We're getting kind of a tiger look to it. So I'm going to go ahead. I think you've got plenty of instruction on this one. I was pretty thorough, I think. I'm going to finish this up and I'll show you how to end with your blacks and your oranges at the end. Okay, down to the bottom once again. And what I've just done, I just did a Solomon. So now I'm going to come through here, tighten up the black. Get those nice and tight. Alright, get those out of the way. Now, I want to take my right, see how the buckle moves pretty freely right here? I want to take my right cord, go up through the bottom of the buckle. And I want to take my left cord and actually do the same thing. That's going to kind of fill that buckle in and keep it from rattling around all over the place. Okay. Got a little twist in there, so we'll get that out. Alright, so now we're going to take the black around again and come up through the middle. It's getting a little harder and harder each time. This would be great if you had some fids. I got some on order. Alright, sorry about that. I don't know where my paracording pliers are either. I'd be using those too. Alright, get that one. Alright, this is going to be our last pass with the black. So I'll pull that through and get that out of the way. Now take your whole bracelet and flip it around 180 degrees. Keep your black this way. And you're going to do 2 Solomon knots up here at the top. So you can start with either side, just go one over the top, your left one over the, your left over the right and go around the back. Get everything below the buckle. You don't want it sticking out the side of the buckle. Just like that. And then do one more. So you got your left. And you can kind of tuck this down in there so that it stays right where it's supposed to. Left across, right behind, and come through. And get that nice and tightened up. That'll give you a nice lock on that knot. And what we're going to do, we're just going to finish the black right here. So we're going to pull it up and through and tight. Sorry about that, I had to grab the old scissors. Alright, I'm going to cut this not quite as low as I usually do. Cut both strands at a time. And it looks like I've got about, I don't know, 2 feet to 2.5 feet left over from the black. I started with about 8 feet of the black. So I'm just going to melt this black one right on the top. So we're going to have kind of like a black dot right at the end of the bracelet, which is alright, not a big deal. Get that nice and melty so that it goes all up So it goes all in the cracks and crevices of the other paracord there. The nice thing with the black is you can burn it and you can't tell. You can get it super melty. And then I got a pair of just my scissors here. And you can kind of just press that on in there, and that's not going anywhere. Alright, now we're going to do the same thing with the orange. Now the bracelet I'm wearing right now is the creation of Chris P. He created that kind of variation of the Genoese, and he named it the Genoese Piano Bar. Great name, by the way. I like that name. Alright, so there's one side. Got that. Now you could also do this as just a 2-strand bracelet and then still use 2 strands of black though. Or if you don't want as much black, you can just use 1 strand of black when you're kind of crisscrossing that back and through there. But there it is. That is the variation of the Cage Solomon. Hope you like that. Chris P kind of was one of the first people to show me this, and I really like it, so I wanted to make a video. But there you have it, the Cage Solomon variation Tiger Stripe. Thanks for watching again. Please hit that subscribe button and paracord on.